I still see them running around, even with all of the efforts to kind of eradicate them. They are everywhere.
Eradicate them.
Didn't we do a story where they have like every so often litters of like 20 or 30?
They give birth that's how much they give birth.
Couple of months or every month or something like ridiculous.
But do y'all remember that video from a few years ago of the pizza joint in the quarter where the rats were like running all over?
Those were kind of cute. It was like Muppets. It was like Rizzo the Muppet.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
You know, when Muppets Take Manhattan.
That's one of my favorite movies.
It is, again.
It's so great.
If you just think of it as they're cute and they can talk, it's not as bad.
Just forget about the disease.
Until the diseases and they're chewing
they can
through
also infect
car
you.
wire.
Yeah.
They're also responsible for the plague, but I'm not trying to bring that up.
Yes, you probably should.
Well, there we go.
Let's talk about something happy like dense fog.
Yes, dense fog. How about that? All right, we only got a couple more mornings to deal with it before we finally start to see some cold fronts. We have been too warm for too long. About time we see some changes, and thankfully there is some cooler air on the way. At the moment, we're still on the mild to warm side outside, even though we did have a weak front move through. A few scattered showers around, nothing very much, but looks like a little bit more scattered in nature around New Orleans East, parts of St. Adjusting the camera on me, in parts of St. Tammany as well as into Hancock County. Otherwise, we are under mostly cloudy skies, and again, those stray showers are possible. Really, the only issue going through the night tonight will be the patchy fog. Today's high was 70, far cry from yesterday's high of 77 and Saturday's high of 85 degrees. Folks in town thought that's how all of our Februarys are. Well, we can kind of get a mixed bag in February. Right now, we're under overcast skies, 68-degree temperature. Dew points are in the 60s. So high humidity, and again, that will lead to some fog overnight tonight. We're in the upper 60s and lower 70s on the map right now. Dew points came down a little, not dramatically. Again, what the front did was help to lower the humidity, and that coupled with the cloud cover did keep our temperatures down a bit. But it was that front that moved through yesterday during the day is what triggered the scattered showers around us on Super Bowl Sunday. Lighter winds out of the north, so that's what did help to bring down some slightly drier air, but overnight tonight, those winds coming right back off of the Gulf. Stationary front now, again, that was our weak front that moved on through. That'll eventually dissipate as a return flow comes back, which means we're right back into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Now, we are going to see a front approaching Tuesday during the afternoon. It may get close enough to help trigger a few showers out ahead of the boundary, but this front is not really coming through. Also, this model has been fairly aggressive with trying to bring in a better chance for maybe some North Shore showers and a few thunderstorms later tomorrow afternoon and evening. More so central Louisiana and southwestern Mississippi, but this front will then start lifting back northward as a surface low and stronger cold front finally starts to approach. Now, it'll trigger some scattered showers Wednesday afternoon. Most of the storms, though, with this front don't look to move in until more late evening and night on Wednesday. So we may be looking at more of an after dark line of showers and thunderstorms rolling on through. These will be wrapping up by about 11 o'clock or midnight. Again, the timing can always change, but this is a real cold front that'll help to knock our temperatures down a bit. But with that front, we will see some isolated strong to severe storms. Main threat, the way it looks right now, would be strong straight line winds and a little bit more of a focus on the North Shore. We'll see if that changes, as well as maybe some isolated downpours that could lead to some localized flooding, but even our rainfall models are not going with a great deal of rain accumulation. 3/4 of an inch of rain on the North Shore and maybe 3/4 to an inch of rain in Mississippi. Certainly not flooding rain, but some isolated downpours could lead to some potential flooding. Where that system is coming from is just now moving into Baja California. This upper low, as it scoots on by, will bring in the chance for some storms, mainly late Wednesday. There is some colder air associated with it, but it never really gets very far south. After that, we're going to be watching another upper disturbance coming in from the central Pacific, but this one will be grabbing hold of some colder air. As that feature moves on in, it will once again trigger some storms late Saturday going into early Sunday, but also followed by a big drop in our temperatures. So the front that's on the way, the first one, will trigger those storms late Wednesday evening and night. As we get into Thursday and Friday, cooler, but near normal, mid-upper 60s. We'll see another warm up by Saturday with another chance for some storms, but that will be a stronger cold front, knocking temperatures low 60s during the day Sunday, and we'll have 30s and 40s back by next Monday, highs in the 50s.